So, hi viewers, and we are at FEMCITY Hospitals, of course, at Sheikpet in Hyderabad. A very unique announcement being done on their second anniversary. So, let's know more about from Anagha, who is going to give us more details. So, Anagha, welcome to our channel. So, our viewers would be more than happy to know exactly. Before that, could you please introduce yourself to our viewers?
Thank you. I'm Anagha. I take care of the corporate communications and branding of the hospital, in short, marketing. So, as a hospital, we were conceptualized by Dr. Ahmed Ali Khan. He's our chairman and managing director. He had a concept of a women's hospital, not just any other maternity hospital per se, a multidisciplinary, multi-speciality women's hospital for women only. Next came the children part. Women and children were added later. So, the FEMCITY as a hospital has an all-women entourage, starting from the security guard to the radiologist to the anesthesiologist in the OT. So everything is women oriented, women empowerment goes on every day here. So as staff, like me as a marketing manager, like an operations manager, a doctor entourage from the obstetrician and gynecologist, who definitely are women. In all the countries, in all the cities, we have obstetricians as women. But how about the radiologist? We have women radiologists, we have women anesthesiologists. So the unique concept of FEMCITY not only focuses on maternity, it focuses on many other fields like medical, surgical. We have lab surgeons, women lab surgeons, highly experienced, very deft, very ambidextrous lab surgeons. We have wellness experts, we have Pilates, we have physiotherapy, we have dermatology. We have a lot. In fact, 33 departments headed by women. And our director, Mrs. Elmira, she is also she's a economist from the London School of Economics. She has come all the way from UK after her studies. She came to Hyderabad, set it up with her husband, and this what you see today is a 2-year-old hospital, done more than 800 deliveries, just 2 years old and 800 deliveries, and more than 250 surgical procedures. Surgical procedures as in the big ones like the hysterectomy, the cholecystectomy, that is the gallbladder stones, the appendectomy. These procedures are more than 250 which were done in the hospital. So as FEMCITY and WellKids is a completely pediatric care hospital. We have a neonatal intensive care unit that's called an NICU, and our record is all the preterm babies who got admitted in our NICU have been discharged healthy and happy. We had a record of a baby of 900 grams, or even a baby was 890 grams. 890 gram baby was admitted in our NICU, was discharged hale and hearty with a very good weight gain, with happy parents and happy baby. And the parents still come, they express their gratitude towards us. Just a 2-year-old hospital, and what we have achieved is immense. So that's how we see FEMCITY, and the next 2 years we want to actually expand our branches, not just maternity, pediatrics, neonatology, surgicals and wellness.
Could you tell us the exact, the number of beds in this particular hospital, and what's the square feet area?
We are a 60-bedded hospital. We have a fully functional laminar flow OT. We have 2 OTs, in fact, a major OT and a minor OT. We have all-inclusive 3D and 4D imaging scan systems. We have NICU, we have PICU, that's for the pediatrics. NICU is for the neonatals, that's the newborns. We have the ICU facility for all the mothers, the adults. So we have a all-equipped, completely state-of-the-art facility here in Sheikpet, Hyderabad.
How did you identify the need for 0% EMI, and what's the kind of ideology behind it?
Main thing was the lockdown, the pandemic. It wiped away jobs, it wiped away money, the savings, everything got drained when in fact this side of Hyderabad, Toli Choki area, the Mehdipatnam area has a lot of expatriates who work in the Middle East, who work in the Gulf countries, and this pandemic struck and everybody were out of their jobs. They just came down without a single penny in their pockets. So what actually struck us was the need is there for healthcare. Maternity will always be there. Pediatrics, the babies are always there. The care is always needed. But money, where is the money? We cannot force the patient to pay the money and then get a treatment. So we got this concept of EMI. EMI while buying a phone, while buying a TV is what we see. But how about healthcare EMI? What happens here is any procedure we have a limit from 12,000 as a lower limit to 3 lakh rupees as the upper limit. Any procedure between this will be covered in the EMI. It doesn't need any hospitalization also, because insurances have this clause of hospitalization. This doesn't need that also. Even a small procedure of 15,000 rupees can be paid in EMI. Not after the treatment. Your treatment will be first, later the payment will be made. We have this EMI facility only to serve the people who are at this current moment unable to give out the money, unable to shell out money, because every treatment is having a price tag. So that's why we rolled it out. It's a 0% no cost EMI. It's the same EMI which gets deducted from the bank account without any added interest.
What is the kind of tenure? Would it be starting from any specific number of months, 3, 6 or 12?
We have just 2 choices here and a big choice, 10 and 12. We don't want to actually burden them with 3 months. We don't want to burden them with 6 months, because people will have a long-term goal in their minds. Like we'll do it next year. So we have that next year plan also. For the next 10 months, you can pay your delivery maternity bill. For example, the bill is 50,000. A person who is completely out of money from his pockets, 50,000, where will he pay? Take a 10-month program, you pay 5,000 per month. Take a 12-month program, you pay 4,200 per month. That's a very, very light liability. Yes, very light liability and very economical. You get the treatment first, you pay later. That's how it works.
Even you'll be providing this facility to the customers who have health insurance with them or not?
We have a separate branch going for insurances. Insurance facility, the cashless facility is always there. Any hospital is offering that. But this EMI is so special that you need not have anything related to the insurance what you had raised with. No insurance necessity. All you need is an address proof, ID, an address proof and an identity proof. It can be a PAN card, it can be an Aadhaar card. For the identity proof.
The credit risk is taken directly by the hospital, or do you have any NBFC or finance companies tie up?
We do have a tie-up. The hospital risk, it's not called risk. We as a hospital, we have been serving women for the past 2 years and we know how it feels, and we don't call it risk. We call it service. So we definitely have a tie-up, definitely, because it all needs, there's no smoke without fire. So we definitely have a tie-up. So the tie-up is between an NBFC and us. So it will be a very congenial environment for the patient. There will be no kit about like you have to do this, you need to have this, nothing of that sort. As I told you, just 2 proofs, an ID proof and an address proof, that's enough.
And a cashless treatment.
And a cashless treatment, but there is a small down payment which goes in. Like if the patient opts for a 10-month plan, the 2 months of EMI will be paid as a down payment, which is
kind of a copay.
Yes. Kind of a copay. The first 2 months of the EMI 2 months will be paid as down payment. Later on, it will go from the account monthly. So that's how the small down payment is always valid before the admission for the procedure.
Thank you so very much for your time, ma'am.